The opinions you're about to hear are solely the opinions of your Ham Right podcast. Our intent is to inform and entertain, not to offend. So sit back, relax, and we finna get to this business, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be listening to us in the world. It is your Ham Right podcast with your boy C-Ham, aka Cal L. And as always, with my brother and my sisters by my side.
That boy D-Ham, what's good, bro?
Man, everything is everything. Hey, we're on location today. We got a treat for y'all. We are in the house with Hello Bes-Tea podcast. You hear us shouting them out every week and everything like that. Good to have them in with us. Go ahead and tell the people a little something about yourself.
Indeed. What's up, everybody? I'm Maggie, the younger sister of KL and D-Ham. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm Tashima.
She's my bestie, hence Hello Bes-Tea podcast.
All right, so we're going to do a little mashup for y'all today. This episode here is going to, like I said, it's going to be a mashup here. So we're going to go back and forth. They're going to do a segment from theirs, and we're going to do a segment from ours, and we're going to get this thing rolling. What you feel?
Sounds like a plan. Let's get
All
it
right,
rolling.
let's get it. Y'all kick it. Y'all go ahead and start it out since y'all
All right.
in y'all area.
So we read a lot of Reddit threads on our platform. So we are big fans of the Am I the Asshole group on Reddit. So I'm going to share a thread from that today. This is entitled, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Wife She Can't Cook? This is written by a 29-year-old male, written for his 28-year-old female. I have been with my wife for 8 years, and meals are just about the only place of contention in our marriage, but I'm scared she's going to kill someone one day. Background, we split the cooking in our house 50-50, but when she cooks, I feel like I have to watch her like a hawk.
Damn.
She undercooks just about everything, especially meat, and no matter how many times I try to politely correct her, she claims I'm being picky. For example, every time she makes rice, I just can't convince her it's 1 part rice to 2 parts water. She always says, "Are you sure? That seems like a lot of water." Or, "Maybe that's how you like it, but I don't want it so mushy." And I just swallow my pride and eat the crunchy rice every time. Ooh. It's like that with everything: pasta, veggies, bread, meat. The thing is, I wouldn't care so much if it was just me, but she always wants to cook for our friends. She really prides herself on her cooking and wants to make everything herself. I just trail behind her, trying to make sure it's all edible, but there's usually a few dishes that end up drastically oversalted or undercooked. Our friends will politely eat, but I noticed lately they've been coming to fewer and fewer invitations for dinner. Things all came to a head the other night when she went to put some chicken in the oven as I was hopping in the shower. When I came out, she had pulled the chicken out and said dinner was ready. I was skeptical and told her that it had been like 10 minutes. She said she pan-seared it first, so it was fine. But when I came to look, the sides were literally pink. I snapped a little and told her she's going to kill someone one day for serving them raw meat. Can't you see that it's pink? That's food safety number 1. She said she thought it was done, and it's not her fault. Her mother never showed her how to cook chicken growing up. I then told her, well, you're almost 30. That's no excuse for not knowing how to cook at all. Needless to say, she was pretty upset with me, and I probably could have been nicer. But I've been nice about it for 8 years, and nothing has changed. Am I the asshole?
Ooh, hell no. She about to give a bitch salmonella. She about to give a bitch E. coli, salmonella, all kind of shit.
No.
And crunchy rice, pasta crunchy. Boy, you getting rice-a-roni and I ain't getting nothing but roni. Like,
Wait a minute, you've been dealing with it for 8 years.
For
that's
8
a long
years.
time.
That's a long time to not say anything.
yeah.
And got a nerve to be hosting people.
So here,
subjecting others to this nonsense.
I'm gonna take the other side of that. I think he is the a-hole for waiting 8 years to say so.
I can roll with that.
Because he should have that should have been something early. You know, you trying to teach her what to do in order to make meals proper for you.
He said she could have killed someone twice.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this in mind. Coming from somebody who done ate food plenty of times, from somebody who done cooked some shit undercooked. Look here, that salmonella real, that E. coli real.
Definitely.
Like, you can't be hosting shit and then you want to
Yeah.
spread.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. It's one thing for you to subject myself to it because I signed up for it through Death Do Us Part. You know, thickness and sickness and health and all that shit there.
Thickness and health.
But then you out here, you want to host dinner parties.
Right.
And the bitch got crunchy pasta and rice kernels and bitch biting in the damn chicken and it's blood. And Ain't no such thing as medium rare chicken.
Right, yeah.
That's that salmonella.
Everybody leave with a parasite.
And you insist on cooking from scratch. That's
Like you
ridiculous.
fish grease, or you
right.
made your mama or
right.
some shit. You finna, man.
I'm
Martha
just going to
Stewart.
suggest that if he knows that she can't cook, then he should cook.
She said it's 50-50, so maybe he just takes
But here's
that
the
part.
thing: don't
He needs to
volunteer
do it
to
all.
cook for the goddamn event, for the event, and then you gonna put me on deck where I gotta cook.
Well, not even that.
But
He's
if you
trailing
know she
behind her.
sucks.
He's looking over her shoulder the
Yeah.
whole time. So,
So
if he's
just
going to
do it
spend the time
yourself.
doing that, then just cook.
Yeah, might as well go ahead on and cook.
Problem solved.
It's unfortunate,
I knew
but
you was gonna put your cake on.
that's my take on it.
All right, so hey, y'all can let us know if he is the a-hole for doing what he's doing. You can hit us up at yourhandwrightpodcast@gmail.com. It's YAHAMRIGHT
Bet you
podcast@gmail.com. What you about to say? Bet you will.
give him somebody who can cook. Drop her ass like a bad habit.
All right, man.
Yeah,
So once
man.
you roll into the next one here, man.
Oh
Top
man.
five.
So the top 5, since we have changed up this week, we have females' perspective on this week's episode.
Glad to have y'all on, by the way.
Top
Thank
5
you.
things men and women should bring into a relationship.
Mm.
You guys give, your 5 things that you think women should bring into a relationship, and we're going to give our 5 things that we feel like men should bring into a relationship.
Honestly speaking, I can think of more things that you shouldn't bring into a relationship than you should. But for purposes of what I was asked, I'm going to say number 1, good intentions. Come with good intentions. Be honest, open. If you're not ready to be in a relationship, don't try to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Work through your past hurts. Be a good new person for who you're with, and just come with honesty, straight up.
I think that you should come with confidence. That's a really big one. Humility, humor. I guess I actually could list a lot of things that I think of.
Yeah,
There is
to
a
not-
really
yeah.
long list of things. Honesty, compassion, all the things.
Good communication.
Yeah,
for
communication
sure.
is essential.
Some financial savvy. You don't have to be rich or anything like that, but you don't come into a relationship with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. You don't own nothing, don't know how to own anything, no
Right.
investments.
You say,
Like,
come on, we got to stick together, y'all.
no, at our age, like, you got to have something. You got to
Yeah.
come in with
Yeah.
something going on for yourself.
Not a pile of debt.
Yeah.
Right. What
And
you got, y'all?
dreams.
Ambition. Yes.
Yeah, we have
Dreams,
a lot of
ambition,
things.
yes.
We just do this whole thing.
You gotta want
Sorry,
something.
go ahead.
We're
go
done.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Y'all done? Y'all
Yeah,
done?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, just like pretty much the core things, men bring into the relationship. He should bring, protection. The woman should feel protected, should have security. And I already know I already know our 5 going.
You got to preface it. Go ahead.
No, because I know ours gonna be different. Because I already know you
Hey,
gonna be like,
it might not be, man. Girl, you got to bring love.
yeah, that's fine. But I ain't finna take care of no grown dependent. You know what I'm talking about? Direction.
Knowing where she going in life, huh?
No, I'm just saying you can't sit there and you can't be the head of household or run the relationship or send you to the promised land if you blind and you don't know which way you're going. That's the blind leading the blind. You can help each other. Not saying it's sexist where the man has to be like, hey, my word is final law, but you can't sit there and call yourself being the man of a relationship or wearing the pants if
Be
you
able to
constantly,
lead.
huh?
Be able to lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You constantly running y'all in the brick wall, you on some crash dummy shit, or you making bad financial investments or advice, and you constantly putting us in a bind. Like, how you gonna sit there and talk shit and call yourself trying to lead? Or we should do this.
Yeah.
Points. Trustworthiness. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That falls in the whole concept of being able to lead and living by your word. Protection. What else? Stability.
That's a good one.
Because, it's men out there that, they might be, for whatever the case may be, great men, but they might not make as much as their ladies make. Because, maybe they went to school, or maybe he went to school, but she doing something that pays more or whatever. But just because it doesn't matter who makes more or whatever, whatnot. It depends on, everybody have they, certain things they bring to the table. Now, this last one, and it's a catch-22 because...
I know, right? We both us gave the same look because we know you, so it's like...
No, it ain't even... Some women are great at fixing things and crafty and stuff like that. But as a man, you just like the woman, and I'm not sexist at all, But I'm a firm believer in it makes no sense to have a wife unless you got buku money we could afford a chef or whatever who can't cook and clean. Like,
per the thread we just read. Yeah, you don't think you should have to cook all the time.
No, but I cook. Like if I'm off, I'm supposed to cook. Like I don't ask more of you than I'm willing to do myself. I'm just saying. But with the man, like, yard work, you can't have your wife out there mowing the yard and doing stuff unless she want to.
Yeah, if she wants to. Like, if that's her
Right.
interest and her passion, I get that.
Or taking the trash out. Like, that's supposed to be your job. Like, it's certain things where...
Because there might be a situation where a guy really likes to cook, and that's his jam. And she's like, I really like the garden.
Say, that's my jam.
I get that.
But, like, it's just certain things that, a man should do that a woman should do. So it's just like, certain chores and whatnot. Like, things like that.
Yeah.
Like if it's a damn raccoon in the damn... If it's a raccoon in the damn attic,
I expect you to handle that, right?
It's a bump in the night. It's a bump in the night.
Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that, girl? I go get the phone.
Right.
Go check it out. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
We
levels,
both can be
like,
scary.
right.
So, I feel that. You brought it around.
Yeah, you did.
Now it makes
Bring it
sense.
around.
Yeah.
Now
I
it
think
makes
all of
sense.
our eyebrows were like, where is this going?
Oh man. All right, so I get you on that, man. All right, so mine. Communication is a must for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Open, honest, and most of all respectful in your communication with me. Trust and loyalty. I think that goes a long way. Now, all of these fall under that umbrella of love. Love. Let's talk about that, y'all. Love. Love is a wonderful thing. All right. Respect for opinions, boundaries, and individuality. All right. That's
Hard on
big, man.
individuality.
I finger
Yep.
snap that one.
Definitely. Support and encouragement, and that's even being supportive in the hard times. Because it's easy to pull chalks, and use your Navy term, pull chalks when it's time to when things get bad. I need you to stand by me when it gets rough, and I'm gonna stand by you when it gets rough. And self-love. I need you to love yourself. I don't need you to depend solely on the love that I have for you. You need to love yourself equally as much as I love you, if not more.
Yeah, you need to be very secure in yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, those are my top 5.
Those are good.
Cool.
See, I didn't swoop in.
What's wrong there?
I ain't take the cape out there.
Boy, you dug in a treasure trove.
I
Boy,
I like those.
Well, I mean, because that's what I look for when I chose my mate. So those are things that I look for.
Good grief, Charlie Brown.
Good grief.
Good grief, Charlie Brown.
All right, so here it is. With that in mind, with the top 5, I want to ask the ladies something while we got them on the show.
Go ahead, bro.
Have y'all heard of Kevin Samuels?
Yes.
Okay, so what's y'all take on Kevin Samuels? I know he going on from here now, but
The late
I'm
great
gonna
Kevin
let Tima
Samuels.
handle that one first. You go ahead.
what's y'all take on Kevin Samuels?
I'm not a big fan,
Why?
personally.
Why? Do tell.
I wasn't a follower of his, so I guess I can say I don't know enough about him, I guess, to say that I like him or dislike him. But from the clips that I did see on social media, there's quite a bit of stuff that I didn't agree with.
Like what, for instance?
I don't know, when he was talking to somebody about their worth and, like because she had kids and all of this stuff, like he just started to diminish her value as a person. And I know that her attitude, there's many videos of similar situations with women, but I just feel like it just can't boil down to that alone, in my opinion.
And what is your take on it, Neil?
Okay, I've seen a few clips of Kevin Samuels. Fucking hilarious, the ones that I saw. Most of the ones that I saw. The first one that I saw, and it was shared with me by a male coworker who I used to work with years ago. He was apprehensive of showing it to me because he's like, I don't know how you gonna handle this, but me and my boys watch this dude. And we were just rolling. He told the girl she was a 6 at best.
Right.
I will never forget that
And she
specific
was.
thing. And she was. So I thought he was entertaining. I felt like that was his goal, was to be entertaining.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
is he a relationship expert? No. Was he officially trained in anything? No. Was he one of the men that he talked about of high value? I don't know. I don't know if he was qualified to say the things that he was saying, but was he entertaining? Yes, he was entertaining. Did he have some valid points? Yes. Was he mad disrespectful on sometimes? Yes, but it was still highly entertaining. So I don't subscribe to the whole I hate Kevin Samuels, I'm a female and he put people down, and I don't subscribe to that, but more times than not I found myself laughing at what he was saying than anything else. And for me, the women that call into his show, don't call into someone's show when you know that's going to be his thing. He's going to eat you alive. You don't call someone's show and try to convince them otherwise. Right. Because now that's just fodder for him to go on with. Yeah. So
I just think that anybody who goes and drinks the Kool-Aid and uses advice from anyone that's not a clinician, you're just dumb.
Yeah, but if you're single with a couple of kids, I don't think you're worthless. Like no good guy will ever want you. Like when he would say stuff like that, it was like, but
it's a stretch.
You take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
You consider the source. So, what were your thoughts on Kevin Samuels, guys?
Well, I didn't follow him either. I didn't follow him. However, I do believe that when he was talking to them, his main focus was getting them to not expect more than they're willing to bring to the table. So if they're coming to the table with a 2, but they're expecting the guy to come to the table with a 10, you need to downplay your cards and everything like that. You need to expect what you can and what you're able to give. Mm-hmm. So his message, harsh, but needed for some of them. I believe some of them needed that message. What you got?
I'm gonna quote my daddy, our daddy, and say this right here. The truth is the first thing people say they want to hear, but at the end of the day, it's the last thing they truly want to hear. Mm-hmm. Look here, I understand what y'all saying. I understand what you saying. Here's the thing. What put him on the map was when these women, and we're gonna touch on this in the next segment, social media, the world. Excuse you.
Excuse me. Damn, I'm gonna say excuse me.
Bitch, I know you. Yeah, right. You confident. All right.
Couldn't help it.
Damn. Control yourself.
I told you in the beginning I might call.
I made it clear in the beginning. Damn.
Baby Billy around this bitch.
I'm gonna double over and fall out the chair, cuz.
Hey, bitch, you need a hug me?
Bitch, if I gotta call him, I'll call.
You need to hug me?
Continue.
Okay. All right. Before I was rudely interrupted, you know what I'm talking about? I lost my train of thought. I'm drunk and high and shit. Here's the thing. You got 4-5 kids, 3-4 different baby daddies. You're 5'3", 260 pounds. You're on Section 8, but you want a man that makes 6 figures.
Not 5'3", 260.
That's how they was looking. Like he said, who is this linebacker looking bitch? And she did look like a linebacker. But they living out of reality. Like, how you gonna sit there and you want a man with no kids, but you got a whole, like, and when you get a certain age in life, if you in the dating scene, everybody got kids.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once you reach a certain age, I don't give a damn, pretty much, the ratio is high of, hey, I got either they grown, they middle-aged, teenagers, they young, whatever. You got 4-5 kids. Multiple baby daddies. You don't work or you half work. You work, you work at a gas station or you're a sandwich artist or you flipping burgers, which ain't nothing wrong with it. But then you want a man who's a 6-figure type nigga and you want him in tip-top shape, but you around here shaped like a bowling pin.
Not a bowling pin.
Where they do that at? And Kevin Samuels kept it 100. You got high expectations.
Yeah.
Social media got reality all swayed and messed up.
And it does.
Did he go both ways? Like, did he?
And he would go off on men.
Okay.
Like, and that's the thing that I liked about him, because it was a couple times, man. He went. One dude was a phlebotomist. He drew blood, but he was only making what, like $13, $14 an hour. He told him straight up, you need to just work 2 full-time jobs for the next year or 2, and just focus on getting your money up and leveling up. You can't afford to date because right now you got nothing to bring to the table. And he was like, oh, I'm doing this. And he was like, you make $14 an hour. Shut your broke ass up.
See, I don't think I've ever seen him go off on men.
Yeah.
No, he does. And that's what I'm saying. And he gave women great advice. Like, it's been times, like, just like women, like, oh, I'm a 9 and a 10, and they really was 6s.
Yeah.
It was women that was like, hey, I think I'm a 9. He was like, oh, you're definitely a 9. Hey, you're a 10. Like, you know, and like he went off on men. Like I said, the one for bottomless dude, because the dude felt some type of way. He's like, you make $14 an hour. Shut your broke ass up. You don't need to date. You don't need to do nothing but just work 2 full-time jobs for a year or a year and a half and stack your money, and then you call me back. And he was right. I ain't trying to be funny, but $14 an hour in this economy?
Nah.
Yeah, no.
That get you nowhere.
You're struggling to take care of yourself, let alone trying to be there for somebody else. Yeah.
Kids, yourself, like, I mean, you know, it's harsh out there, but that's the system they got set up. You got to play the game. But rest in peace, the great Kevin Samuels.
Wherever you may be.
You have sadly
Wherever
been missed.
you may be, right.
You sadly been missed.
Oh man! All right, so we got y'all take on Kevin Samuels. It's y'all turn. Richie, y'all got another red thread for us?
Of course they do.
What you got?
All right. I have one. Toupee expose. I, female 23, have come to find out that my boyfriend, male 26, wears a toupee and hasn't told me. Need help figuring out how to react. Changed ages slightly to stay anonymous. I recently have come to the conclusion that my boyfriend is wearing a toupee and hasn't told me about it. I started finding hair that was clearly fake around the house and felt his hair for the first time. He usually shies away from letting me touch it, and it was clearly a wig. As a Black woman, I'm very familiar with what fake hair feels like, and he is definitely wearing a toupee. In addition, he only takes baths around me. That's so weird. With the exception of a single shower where he came out with dry hair. I've also only been to his house once, and the bathroom looked like it had been cleaned up, specifically before I got there. I've talked about my fake hair with him before, and he's never even looked like he's considered telling me about his. It feels like a breach of trust that after knowing each other for so many months that he can't just tell me. How should I approach this? Edit. For those wondering, the problem isn't that he wears a toupee, it's that he won't talk about it or acknowledge it despite how open I've been about my fake hair with him.
Want me to lean in?
No, I'm gonna lead in first because number one, just because he take baths don't make him weird. He might be old. Like I take baths every night. I like to soak. I'm old. I need these bones need to soak. The Epsom salt and like I need to exfoliate and like I very rarely take a shower. Like
each their own.
Hey, so be it. I got a big ass tub. I like laying in that motherfucker park style. Hey, so that's number one. Number two, here's the thing I don't understand. How the toupee don't fall off like throughout the day? Like, cause it's been like back in the days, before wigs became popular, I didn't know what the hell. I was like, damn, she keep a fresh hairdo all the time, not knowing she ain't doing nothing but swapping that shit out.
Benny Hill.
But yeah, but one of the hardest and most craziest things and will ruin the mood in a heartbeat is to be hunching and the wig fall off. You hunch the wig off. Boy, you talking about the mood killer.
That ain't a pat on the back no more.
Boy, you like, what the hell? I think it's it from like the Addams Family. Like the shit fall off. You be like, what the? So that's number one.
They've leveled up though.
Number two, is he waking up early in the morning and like putting on the toupee? Like, how do you not know?
Well, that's what I was.
How do you not know?
Is he wearing
It's
a bonnet?
probably like a Steve Harvey lace thing. It's probably glued down.
And see, like you said, that's Steve Harvey. Everybody, boy, niggas was rapping about that Steve Harvey. Got that line up like Steve Harvey, not knowing it was a hairpiece. And
William say, "This a man unit."
but that's the thing though. I mean, with the advancements in hair and everything like that. I mean, why does it even matter? I think the question should lie in my number one, communication. Why doesn't she feel comfortable enough to say, "Hey, why you can't talk to me about
that's
this?"
catfishing, bro. If I think here's like she said about her,
she said it don't matter.
Advertising.
No,
in my opinion.
Like I think you got the luscious, and then all of a sudden find out you bald headed, or you got like BBs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I ain't signed up for that.
You can only do that for so long.
Well, she's been with him for months.
You're one rainy day away from the whole thing.
Ain't nothing sexy about no George Jefferson. Like, hey, you know what I'm talking about?
But like I was saying, at what point does she say, "Hey, what about this? You've been with him for months. So how long you gonna drag this out?
But I was with you with the hair. Like you show up with that George Jefferson. That's a problem. Because it's gonna be a problem for me if you looking like Rapunzel and Ron Hill, and then all of a sudden you fall through looking like the girl from Wicked, or you got But I'm just saying, like, you around here with that chemo, and you around here bald headed. Like, I ain't signed up for that. That's false advertisement.
It is false advertising. Her biggest thing, it sounds like he just won't say it.
Yeah.
She just wants him to come
I
out
would
with
want
it.
him to
And I'm
say
sure
She
it.
didn't blatantly ask him either, though.
I'm sure
that's
it's
her.
state.
So why won't somebody
Now,
ask
if
him? Why
she
would
asks him and he lies about it, then that's a whole
But,
other set of
but then
things
it's
that they
different
need to
too,
talk
because
about.
if she talking about her fake hair when she get braids,
Bam.
like you can have a head full of hair, but then I get braids. It's plenty of women.
You say you got a head full of.
You got a head. Wait, that's a whole nother. I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole other topic. But I'm just saying, there's plenty of women that have head full of hair. Y'all got hair full of hair, and y'all wear different hairstyles and stuff like that. Like, I mean, a lot of people do. Some people have hair, some people don't. But at the end of the day, it's false advertisement if you have this perception that you done gave me that you got a head full of hair,
Right.
only to find out one day you done went from having something to having nothing. I ain't signed up for that.
Got to have.
You ain't signed up for the George Jefferson. I ain't signed up for the Baldy Scaldy. You know what I'm
I
talking
signed up for the Wheezy.
Yeah.
about? Weezy wasn't bald headed.
Damn sure was.
I ain't signed up for the Jada Pinkett Smith. How about that?
But she got what's that? Rosacea or what is
Rosacea.
it? What is it? What she got?
Alopecia.
Alopecia. Yeah.
She got some.
Rosacea is a skin condition.
Yeah.
Well,
Redness of the skin.
She got something. That
Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy.
She got that Felicia in her hair. Whatever she got. I don't know what it is. But
I don't want to say anything, but you guys have to go into
y'all need to let you see. You need open communication. You need to tell me right
You
now.
do.
So I could be walking around here telling women they got rosacea.
Well, I hope you learned something.
Yeah.
I did
It's
learn
called
something.
alopecia.
They got Rasputia.
It's alopecia.
You got that Norbit.
Yeah, it's plenty of it. It's plenty of it.
How you doing?
All right. So what y'all think about it? I mean, we gave y'all.
I think
a take
it's
on it.
different when a female is changing her hairstyle. She's not pretending that it's hers.
Right.
She's just changing her hairstyle based on her mood or whatever she's got
Yeah.
going on. It's different when a guy is actually pretending like this is his hair. Like, you're claiming something that isn't yours. To me, it's false advertising.
I think whatever people want to do to enhance themselves is fine, but when asked, don't lie. I think that goes for plastic surgery, like everything. If you get complimented, oh, your hair is nice, I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, oh, yeah, it's going to change next week, or it's a wig, or is this, or is that.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to like keep on with it, like it's yours,
Right.
you grew this naturally, that's when it becomes a problem.
It's a problem if you got me thinking you got a head full of hair and then you do like this and take your shit off and I got more hair than you. That's an issue. Cause you ain't tell me you was bald headed before. Like I mean, I just
We did an episode about that.
Yeah.
yeah. If you look different, if
I
you
think
go to
people should be
sleep
honest.
and wake up and you look different, that's an issue. And if you ain't went up, it's an issue if you wasn't up front with it. That's the issue.
Right.
If you wasn't
Right.
up front with it. Now, however you do it, that's not an issue. Live your life. Look how you want to look. If you want to look like a different person when you wake up than you did when you went to sleep, by all means. But if you're in a relationship or you're talking to somebody, be upfront and honest. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to go to sleep with somebody and then wake up with somebody else.
Because there's a level of expectation. Like, a female will take off her makeup, her lashes, her this. But then if you have a female who's wearing one of those little spandex things with the BBL pads,
Right.
you know.
You got a whole different body.
Yeah,
under there. That's a whole
exactly.
different thing. Right.
Bitch, you got a girdle on.
It's like you darken your eyebrows a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you just
There's a
transform
You
your
went
whole
from
body.
5 to
Right.
9. Like, ooh.
Right.
Around here shaped like a bowling pin. and
Yeah.
Looking,
Yeah.
oh. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
false advertisement. No, boo on false advertisement
Boo on that.
and that catfishing shit.
Yeah.
Next segment.
I finna say, yeah, speaking of catfishing, so that rolls us into ours here. We want to ask y'all here. So, in y'all opinion, does social media have people out of touch with their own personal reality?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And
Why?
how do y'all
Like,
see that? Why?
I see it all over the place. It's just a lot of things are unrealistic. How people look, because there's a lot of filters. There's a lot of just the clothes they wear. Like most videos that you see, you don't see the back end that it took them like 9-10 attempts to make this video look nice.
Right.
And people are just very consumed with how they look, how they talk, how they respond, how many likes they're getting, how many comments they're getting. And I think therein lies the problem too.
Yeah.
Like we live in a world now where people are doing more for their own self-aggrandizement than anything else.
Yeah.
Like people are just celebrating walking down the street. And stop telling everybody everything that you're doing all the time. Just live your life and have a good life. People don't need to know every trip you take, every this you do, every that you do. So
And you're surprised when your whole entire house has been robbed
Yeah.
while you were
Yeah.
away. It's because everybody knew you were away.
I just think people are showing their highlight reel and they aren't showing the day in and day out.
Yeah.
They're only showing the good stuff.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I do. I think that a lot of people put their lives out there on social media for everybody to tap into, you know, and then the minute somebody don't respond the way that they want them to respond, then it's like, you know, then they hide to the right, you know. So I've always been a private person. Matter of fact, we've always been private people. So I mean, putting stuff out there, you know, it's just not the way that I do it. But some people do it, and they do it for attention and sympathy and whatever else they're reaching for. So yeah, I think it gives everybody a real false sense of security. What you got, man?
Whew. Try my best not to say anything that's upset, ruffle some feathers.
Hey man, that's what we do.
Here's the thing. Old Pop used to have a saying that if there's a hole, somebody out there poke it. Somebody out there want it. Here's the thing about it, and it's crazy. The internet has people thinking they fish grease when really they not. You have some of the
fish grease.
You have some of the ugliest people in the world will tell you they the best thing looking, and ain't nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself and having confidence. But it's a problem when you're not living in the real world. You around here looking like a wildebeest, but you talking shit, talking about people hating on you and you killing these hoes, or I look better than y'all boys, and you, man, look here. You looking like Larry Holmes around here, flabby and sick. Like, it's crazy. Oh, man. Cats will have $3,000 to their name, talking about they balling, y'all hating on me. Women to get these BBLs, the floss, for what?
Right.
You trying to impress people that don't like you, that ain't worried about you.
Right.
It's crazy. Can care less about you. They living their life and they ain't worried about you, but you worry about what the next person thinks.
Right.
And it ain't better in your life.
Right.
It's crazy. And it's just asinine to me, and I never will understand it. Like, we didn't have social media until the podcast.
Yeah.
And
you know that we talked about that before we actually did.
it took a while for us to start getting a following, because we didn't know, like, we were green.
I was pronouncing Instagram wrong for a little while. Instamac.
Yeah, up until a couple years ago, we had no social media. So, I mean, you got to roll with the times or whatnot, but it's crazy. I can't even imagine, like, the foolishness and the craziness the kids going to go through in the next 5 to 10 years.
I know.
Bullying is an all-time high. Like, you cyber bullying. Like, who would have ever thought about that growing up? Like, we didn't have cell phones or pagers. We had pagers, but we didn't have cell phones and computers and laptops and shit like that. Like, we didn't have to deal with that shit with cyber bullying where, damn, I'm getting bullied at school and off the clock.
No, it's bad. And people recording everything. Like, you might trip and fall in the lunchroom, and at school you had to eat it. People picked on you, and then it dies down. But somebody was recording that now, and then they put it on social media.
Imagine getting your ass whooped. Getting your ass whooped in school now. Getting your ass whooped in school.
It's recorded.
Yeah.
It's recorded.
Everything is documented now.
For your kids to see, for your grandkids
to
see.
I blame the internet. God forgive me. I love you, Lizzo, but I blame you too. Cause you got these women around here wearing shit they shouldn't be wearing. Hey, but you lost that weight. Kudos to you. Huh?
Lizzo was a queen.
He said he loved her.
Hey, you lost that weight through hard work and grind and shining. Like, kudos to you. You like
one shot a week.
Right. And I love your confidence, but you got a lot of them wearing two pieces looking like Rasputia out there. On the beat.
You want to see a bitch go
But shout out to the thick girls and the Rasputias out there.
Oh my God, yeah. But TikTok exposed a lot of people, because when TikTok was going away, a lot of people were going out on TikTok saying, okay, well, I guess this is a good time to tell you that all the workout routines that I was doing, I wasn't really doing them. I was just recording myself and doing a couple of them and then turning the camera off. Or that coffee drink that I was making, I actually hated it. I would throw it away as soon as I took a sip. And then all these people, once TikTok came back like 10 hours later, everybody lost their, lost their careers, because they exposed themselves and basically pulled the curtain back, and then I don't know why people were so surprised. I automatically assume, you know, a lot of people are lying.
Right.
Yeah, they pump faking.
Yeah.
They pump
But there's
faking for the
people who
camera.
build their lives around that. You could be out somewhere having an amazing time, and then you see somebody on social media doing something just a little bit different, and then you start hating what you're doing and being in your phone and not paying attention to your here and now because you're obsessed with something that somebody else has going on.
Just exposes a lot of insecurities, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all have y'all Reddit threads. We have one for y'all. It's not a Reddit thread, however, it is a post, and somebody's asking for permission. So y'all got to bear with me. This is kind of lengthy, so I'm gonna try to go through it fast.
All right.
Bruh, I did some dumb stuff. Took my baby to baby. Matter of fact, should I just break it down? Should I just condense it instead of reading the whole thing?
I mean, read the whole thing because you're gonna condense it. You're gonna probably gonna leave.
All in front of everybody, dog. In front of
Go ahead, condense it.
that's what we finna do.
Condense it, but keep in mind.
Right.
Amy in the house, so
Okay.
like I
So
wasn't expecting Amy to be in the house when we was gonna do this.
So here we go, bruh. I did some dumb stuff. Took my baby mama to Atlanta, went to a swinging club and turned up. Bruh, her and a fine red bone turning, and I'm skipping words here. Turning up.
That's why I was like, I knew you was gonna fuck it up. Either you gonna read it word for word, or you ain't.
All right, I'm gonna start right here. I caught me 2 good ones. I'm drained. This big black.
You gotta start over because you done fucked up already, nigga. Like, don't goddamn me, nigga. You don't want to talk about. I'm gonna condense it and then be like deep.
All right, here we go, bruh. I did some dumb shit. I took my baby mama to Atlanta to a swingers club and turned up. Bruh, me and her fine ass Redbone turned up. I'm done, tapped out. I caught me 2 good ones. I'm drained. This big black 6'6" musclehead dude came over and wanted to join them. I had to agree because that's what I talked about beforehand. This was both on our bucket list. Not getting too graphic, but follow me. He had a towel on, and I'm not the smallest down there, no diddy. I'm good, 7++. The dude pulled out an elephant trunk and laid it on the other girl's forehead. I told him not to put it in my girl. This heifer said, I want it. I took the hardest swallow and said, okay. I had to watch my girl get slaughtered. I even went over there while he was doing it and rubbed her forehead and tell her it would be okay. She was yelling, begging for me. She was in the zone and I checked out mentally. It was when we do it right there. Nah, fast forward to this morning. I woke up this morning in the mood like any guy would. I went over to her and started to strike it up with her. This MF said, not right now. I'm still sore from this weekend. WTF. Who says that? I can't get what I want because she's still sore from this MF. Real shit. I thought I could take it, but this entire experience turns me completely off. I want to break up with her, but I love her. I just don't want it to come. I just don't think it could ever get back to where it was. That's it. Man, it took a lot out of music.
It's not gonna get back to where it was.
Y'all want to go first? Y'all want me to go first?
Like,
and I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you got to say. And I mean, I don't know what y'all gonna say. I can't wait to hear what you got to say. I know how. I already know what I'm gonna say about it.
All right, go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
No, you guys go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it'll never get back to the way it was. Leading off to what you said. First off, you agreed to it. You know, here's the thing. Most men think that a threesome is 2 girls and a guy. Okay, that's what. But a woman saying a threesome, she's thinking it's 2 guys in her. Well, I mean, you can correct me here on that. My thing is, you knew what you was getting into when you stepped into that. You going to a swingers event,
right? So
at some point, somebody gonna touch on your old lady and do all that. I don't think that I could be involved myself in anything like that because I don't think my ego could take a hit like that. You know, not to mention this guy pulled out an elephant trunk, and I would have snatched her up and pulled her out of there at that point because there wasn't no pulling back at that point, though. Hey, that's my take, dog. You know, that's my take. All right, what y'all got to say?
How you gonna gonna go from you and then gonna go skip me and then go to them?
Because I know yours is gonna be like.
Okay, touche. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Go ahead, Timo. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like if you're going to open your relationship, you take everything that goes along with it, with that being big giant dicks. So you have to accept it for all of it.
Okay.
And that's just my hot take.
You say big giant what?
Don't make me say it twice. I tried to say it quickly.
I say the same thing. It's not going to be the same. How did you think this through? He was only thinking of his benefit.
Right.
Because you said you got your 2, right? 2 red bones, right? He was tired. He was good to go. But now that it's her turn, you can't take it.
Right.
What did you think was going to happen? This is what y'all agreed to.
Right.
And serves you right, she's sore. What did you think was going to happen?
Right.
So you sit there and you caress her and you make her feel as good as you can while she endures this.
Okay, baby, just take it.
And now you want to break up with her? You want to do this and that? No, that's just selfish. And don't open your relationship if you ain't ready to take everything that comes with it.
Like you.
That's crazy. That's all I got to say. Serves him right.
Yeah.
He's a dummy.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Nim.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
You know what, Joe Rogan? Here's the thing. It never ceased to amaze me, and y'all don't kill me out here, but like, men never cease to amaze me. Just like you said, bruh, and y'all kind of said, it just to show is a man wants a threesome. What his idea of a threesome is totally different from what her idea of a threesome is.
Right.
And then communication is the key. But you sat there talking about, oh, you knocked out 2 bare red bones. Did she come up and be like, oh, them titties too big,
Right.
that ass too big?
Right.
No, you can't do that. And then, of course you so. That boy done dropped an elephant. You done knocked bottom off the elephant trunk. But here's what gets me.
He can't even sleep at night.
Right. Because you saw what happened in front of you. But when people cheat, 9 times out of 10, they upgrade.
Right.
And they level up.
I would hope.
So it's a good chance, my boy. She getting elephant trunk dropped off in her, and you just ain't there to see it, and you don't know about it, so it don't bother you.
Or she has at some point in her life, which is
right.
why she said she could date.
Step your game up.
He can't step up.
I mean,
to an elephant
about
trunk,
that.
dog. He
No,
can't.
but just because you got an elephant trunk, you might not know how to work it. You know, I don't know. But here's the thing: she might be getting the elephant trunk beyond your knowledge, and you just don't know about it. So that's first and foremost. Number 2, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? You on some lame shit. You want to, you started the party going, talking about it was on both of y'all bucket lists,
Right.
but you ain't want to take what come with it. Now you want to have rules and regulations when she want to get her freak on, but when you got your freak on, you was flamboyant and wide open with it.
Right.
Just like cats I know who be like, oh no, my wife, my girl can't go on no cruise with her homegirls about herself. Like, I need to be there. But yeah, when you want to go on your homeboy vacation or your sibling vacation or whatever, you be like, oh boy, I ain't got no ball and chain or whatever. Is she gonna get that coochie up stateside? She gonna get that coochie up across that water.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? The same thing applies. Hey, she might like elephant in her life. She might not. But at the end of the day, you got the ball rolling. And how you gonna break? And yes, you so.
Of course.
You sat there and you described the whole night like she was begging for mercy. You had to stroke her motherfucking head. You're like, it's all right, baby. It's all right. You're like, yeah. But that's what you signed up for, my boy. So you got to take the good with the bad.
She used to get a squirrel and then get an elephant trunk.
Hey, he short jabbing. She done.
Got more than she bargained for, too.
Welcome to the jungle. That's all I got to say.
My thing is ATL, boy. All them down low brothers. That's where you chose to go to a swinger club at.
That's right.
You worry about that elephant trunk. You better worry about that monkey disease, boy.
Right.
That as I die slowly, that Lauren Hill, that thing, that bussy disease, boy.
Yeah, that's definitely not where I thought it was going. I thought he was going to say that they both got to be.
Welcome to Atlanta where the gay is gay.
Well, because he said it was on our bucket list. Follow me.
Ain't nobody finna read that gay.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Well,
right. Hey, what you got to close this out, dog?
Man, y'all go ahead and close this out. Y'all the guests, ladies first.
Yeah, what y'all got to say? First, I want to thank y'all for sitting in with us. This has been a long time in coming.
It has.
We've been really wanting to
Thank you
do
for
this
having
with y'all.
Ham, check my snares. Check my snares. Got that boy J Ham on the camera. Ham, check my snares.
Shout out to our executive producer.
Yeah,
on
shout out to
this
our EP J Ham.
Say something, Ham.
Oh, there it is. All right, so yeah, again, please don't let this be the last time that we get together and do this.
No,
You know,
absolutely
come
not. It was
and
a
get on
pleasure.
y'all and make this thing happen. So what y'all got to do to close this out?
Oh, just want to say it was a pleasure being
Yeah.
here. We enjoyed it.
Lots of
We're
fun.
huge fans of the show. It's
Vice
nice to be
versa.
on here with
Yeah,
you
vice
guys,
versa.
and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let the people know where to check y'all out at.
You do it. I mess it up every time.
We're everywhere. We are on anywhere you can find podcasts. We're on YouTube, Hello Bes-Tea Podcast. That's Hello BES-TEA Podcast. So check us out.
Indeed. What you got, man?
Hey, appreciate y'all being on the show, truly. Like, we've been trying to do this for a little minute. Me and y'all with this little tidbit. And as always, you know, we are, well, like and subscribe us. We 19 countries deep. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide around this bit.
Kumbawa!
I don't know about that. That might be 20.
That's to my Japanese.
That's gay, man.
That's to my Japanese
I
people out
thought you
there.
speak Swahili, but you know what I'm saying? We worldwide. Appreciate the time y'all take out every week to show us love and support. You know what I'm saying? Wherever podcast can be listened, like and subscribe on YouTube, everywhere. You know, leave y'all with this little tidbit for the week. As you pursue what money can buy, be careful not to lose what money can't buy. Money can't buy happiness. You can just live better.
Indeed.
Stay grinding, stay shining, stay blessed. We're going to get up.
All right. And in the words of my man, Stevie Wonder, hate knows that love is the cure. Y'all stop hating and get the loving out there. We out.
Bye.
Hey, thank y'all for being here.